hello or welcome back to my channel. My name is Ruth Venom. I hope you guys are having an amazing day and amazing week so far. Yes! Hope you guys are all staying safe out there and enjoying. Hopefully you guys are getting nicer weather. I know I am. In Montana, we're starting to get nicer weather around here. I'm really excited. It's springtime. Easter's coming around the corner. So I definitely plan on doing some like pastel like looks and all that. But in today's video, it is time to do another zodiac sign. Yes! We are officially out of Pisces season and we are into Aries season. Yes! I'd like to hear if any of you guys are in Aries. Yes. So the makeup today, inspiration, their birthstone is kind of like a diamond. I don't know, I heard like it's a diamond, then it's like something else, but mostly what I've seen, it's a diamond. And to kind of add more, because diamonds usually like what you can do for like eyeshadow for like diamond is like silver or like really light shimmer. I wanted to add another color, and red was their, you know, one of their colors. So that is the theme we're going for, is red and, you know, diamondish shimmer. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. But yeah, let's get to it. All right, so I got my eyebrows on and my eye base on. Yes, and we are going to do a sharp edge look with this. So the two main palettes we're going to be using is going to be the Conspiracy palette and the mini Blood Sugar palette. Yeah, we're going to pick up the Blood Sugar palette because this is going to be the first shade we're going to use from. And we are going to start with the very up top of the eyeshadow, and we're going to go in with the shade Pricked, which is right here. It's kind of like a light red with like an orange tint, if that makes sense. So I'm just gonna dip my brush. I'm gonna use right here. I'm gonna dip it in, tap off any excess. Looking in the mirror to see on how high I want to go. I'm thinking I kind of want to go pretty high because we are going to add in a shade underneath that's going to be dark. So I think I'm going to start off just right up here, possibly. And let's go up. Let's use a lot of the upper lid this time. So I'm going to start right up here and kind of go in. And I definitely want a straight edge to come all the way down here. So we are going to go pretty high. And definitely make sure it's very pigment. Smooth out those edges. And then we're kind of gonna take our brush a little bit and just pat it right here. We don't want to go too crazy with it. And then just add a little bit more pigment to the top. And then we're gonna go ahead and do it on the other side. So this part is all done. We're gonna go ahead and dip into the shade Coma, which is also in the mini Blood Sugar palette. We're gonna take this little fluffy brush and we're just gonna dip right into Coma, and we are just gonna start right over here, lightly putting down the shade. I'm gonna move my mirror a little bit closer so I'm not reaching over. And we are just gonna start creating this shape just like this. Bring it up a little bit. And just start blending it in with Pricked. And this is just gonna be like the most, like this part is just gonna take up like the most time to do. Everything else with this eye look is more easier. It's just this part, you know, making sure coma and pricked get blended in is going to be the most time you'll be spending. So I'm just building up the shade. I'm not going too harsh with the pigment at first, and just really making sure these two shades mix on this side. On the other side of this brush, I have a clean end, and I'm just gonna start doing circular motions between the two shades to kind of help blend it. Go ahead with my other side of the brush and, you know, just keep working on adding the shade and the pigment to it, while kind of just doing like these kind of motions while going. Not too fast. Alright. And then once we get this part done on this side, so we're gonna go kind of towards the end. Take that clean brush and just keep doing movements. I'm gonna darken up, pricked just a little bit up here to go over, grab my brush with coma and kind of just fix this area if it took any pigment away. And then try blending these two together. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start kind of bringing it down a little bit, but also leaving the shade of pricked right there. So just taking it down kind of in a slant motion. And also some padding. So this is kind of like the vibe I'm trying to go for. Like, I am gonna grab a little slant brush just to kind of help clean that slant look I want to bring down. Alright, so now I'm just gonna lighten it up. Like on this side, I don't mind if it's like really sharp and not well blended, but this side I do. Because this side, you know, you definitely want like that color divide. But we could just like lightly pat it like on the lines. To add some, and then just kind of swift it on the clean side of the other brush so the lines aren't too harsh. So that's the kind of look I'm going for. I'm gonna go ahead and do it on the other. Both parts are done. For some reason it feels like this side the eyeshadow is a little bit darker than this one. I don't know if it's just my lighting. And then when applying, I noticed that like the eyeshadow wasn't sticking that much like it does usually on this side, so that's just very weird. I'm gonna go ahead and grab my eye primer and just a flat edge brush, and I'm just gonna go against and get some product on my brush, because we are also going to do a cut crease, just because since I'm having issues, especially We have 2 more shades to do, and I definitely want to make sure that these ones are like pigment. So I'm gonna get my brush with product on it, just like that. And I'm gonna go ahead and start with this side, and I'm gonna start kind of moving the brush so coma kind of becomes more lighter, like the color becomes thinner, so there's not gonna be that much, and just kind of creating the shape I want, because we are gonna have 2 different kind of shades on this lid. So I'm gonna go in also with the edge, just right here, and kind of get close but not too close to coma where we added the other divide. And I think this is the shape I want it. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it on the other side real quick. Both the eyes are done, and before I go in with the most center part from the, so we're gonna put a shade right here from the inner corner to the middle. We're gonna have a different shade right in this area, and it's gonna be a red, and we are gonna be using the shade Cherry Soda from the Blood Sugar Mini, and I think it's also in the main palette, but there she is. We're gonna grab just a little small brush, just because we're not gonna put it too much on the eyelid, just a little bit, and I'm gonna start sweeping it this way into coma and blend it in. And I'm going to place it down real quick on this side and let this kind of settle in. Just because my eyelids are, with the new eye primer I put down, it is a little bit tacky. So then this way, the shade can kind of stick. So let's go back to this side and make sure it's kind of bold. And then grab the brush we were using with coma, dip it into coma, and kind of start blending these 2 shades together. So we're going to do some sweeping motions onto Cherry Soda with coma. I just don't know what it is about this side of why this eyelid's giving me a hard time today. And then we're just going to start sweeping back in to coma with Cherry Soda. Get some on my nose. Grab coma again. Okay, so I think that's mostly blended, and we're gonna put that down, and we're gonna dip back into our Conspiracy palette, and we are gonna go for like a white shimmer. So we are gonna be going in with the shade Ranch. I never really use this shade, but today we're gonna use it, and I am gonna grab kind of like, not that one. I don't want to use that one. Let's go in with this brush right here, a flat, small, round brush. We're going to take it, dip it into Ranch, tap off any excess, and then we are going to start with our inner corner and start placing down this really white shimmer shade. Like, look how cute that is. Yes, and just start putting it on the lid. And what we're going to do is we're going to start sweeping Ranch onto Cherry Soda, the red that we put down. And lightly sweep over Cherry Soda. And then we're gonna grab our cherry soda brush and kind of start sweeping back and patting down. So then that way these two shades are gonna blend together. And then just a back and forth type of thing, sweeping and patting. Kind of lost some cherry soda pigment, so I had to grab and dip into some more. So that's it. I'm gonna go ahead and do it on the other side, and I will be right back with a full face of makeup. All right, so we are all done. I got my full face, did my hair, and this is what she looks like. I ended up putting cherry soda on the bottom, but yes, this is what she looks like. I'm actually really happy on how this turned out. I kind of wish that this side wasn't so like stubborn. You can kind of tell how like blotchy it is. Maybe I just didn't put, compared to this one, maybe I just didn't put like enough maybe eye primer like when I first started originally or something. I don't know, maybe I must have did something wrong to make it where this eye was really patchy and difficult to work with versus this one. But I'd love to hear you guys' opinions on this. Yes, like I'm really happy with it. I just wish that this eye wasn't so like difficult. But I'd hear down below what you guys think about this eyeshadow look. Yes, if you did like this video, please push the like button and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.